How do you afford it? How do you have the time? You must be rich.
C'est la vie. We in them roaring 20s.
Gosh, it's always new. It's always different. There's always something to explore. I just have such an explorer's heart. I always have to know what's around the next corner. And
yes.
The corners don't run out.
Your experience is different every day. Like the Galapagos, we didn't have to buy or pay for anything. As an example, just walking around was so interesting enough. Between the wildlife, people watching, it's crazy how interesting different places are. Yeah.
But yeah, you're saying that like
there's
free entertainment almost anywhere,
yeah,
just because it's new and it's different.
The stress, the unknown, the inconvenience. We didn't realize how inconveniences would be so frustrating.
Yeah, it's maybe just the lack of routine. If we're traveling pretty quickly, we're constantly packing, unpacking. We're never really
carrying heavy backpacks.
Nice.
I complain about not eating the right foods on certain days. It can be a little frustrating.
Is it hard to eat healthy when you're always moving? Different everywhere, but here in Chile, they don't seem when you go out to have as many vegetables, at least for cheap. We're oftentimes trying to eat cheap, and you get the completo, the perros luco, the sandwiches, and the hot dogs.
I'm used to chicken salad or hummus or making my own salads or salmon. So if I'm used to a certain type of food that I know is good for me and healthy and good for my body, and I'm not able to get access to it, and I have to eat what's the cuisine of that culture, it's kind of sucky.
Sometimes. I mean, Latin America's not known for their salads, that's for sure.
Like, it kind of sucks, but it's okay.
But we did we've had many great meals.
And we do grocery shopping.
Meals.
And we do restaurant.
We shopped, we bought fruits and veggies and things like that, but it's still difficult because things change. You can never go to the store or out to eat and get what you're used to.
1000%. So. I want to go to the grocery store and buy these 5 things. You're going to get 1 out of the 5 because the last place you had it, but now this one doesn't.
A little bit. I mean, I miss my friends and family, but am I lonely? No, we're not solo traveling, so.
And I think the other day I mentioned it'd be nice if we were somewhere where we could talk to people fully, right? Yeah. So we're having these half-seat conversations. We can barely understand, they can barely understand, and it just feels like a lot of work sometimes. So yes, we have each other. That's great. But when you find someone that speaks English,
it's refreshing.
Such a nice connection to just talk without having to worry. You just talk about what's your life going on and how'd you end up here. Like, I feel lonely in the fact of there's not many people to talk to.
Yeah, even though Spanish is going to be our best language, out of any of the places that we travel that don't speak English, and even then, it's still difficult if someone only speaks Spanish to really have an at-length conversation. So,
but I would say, yes, we miss our family and friends, but we are not longing for it. We're actually in a good place right now where it's no, we're fine, we're good. We meet people who are doing the exact same thing as us, and it's really cool to be able to share stories, swap ideas and stuff. But yeah, a lot of people are like, how do you afford it? How do you have the time? You must be rich. People make assumptions, and that's totally fine.
It's an eyebrow raiser, saying we're traveling full time for a year.
They're like, but how?
Totally surprising.
It's a really cool conversation to have with people.
Enjoy yourself. We in them roaring 20s. Must be them roaring 20s. C'est la vie. Yes, indeed.